This is my temple. This is also my Confucianism project, part of the World Religions Project. I chose to make this temple because I like the challenge. Also, it looked very cool. Let's go inside. Welcome to the Confucianism Temple and Museum. Symbols are in the backyard. Enjoy your time. First, let's go to the quotes. What I'm guessing is that Confucius himself has a lot to say to us. Confucius: we do not yet know how to serve men. How can we know about serving the spirits? We don't yet know about life. How can we know about death? The man practices what he preaches and preaches what he practices. Shall I teach you what knowledge is? When you know a thing, say that you know it. When you do not know a thing, admit that you do not know it. That is knowledge. Very wise, Confucius. Very wise. And there are many more of his quotes. Those were not the only ones. Next is the 5 basic relationships. These are the relationships that are really just what kept Confucianism together. Master and servant. The servant here is the iron golem who protects the villager who is the master. Older and younger siblings. This was a common one, and it still is. Parent and child. A large tree, an adult one, looking over a tiny one in a pot. Hope he gets out of that pot. Husband and wife, couples. This was also a common one. And last, friend and friend, sort of, if you call that friendship, I guess. On to the next one. Humane relationships. These are all the relationships that Confucius wanted people to have with each other, plus all the 5 basic relationships. These are like the emotional stuff. This is like the emotional stuff. Honesty, modesty, be humane and have a loving heart. See, because it's a giant heart. Giant heart. Mutual favor, which means like they give and get equally from each other. And lenience, which in case you don't know is like mercy. Someone has done something bad to you, you don't go outright crazy on them. And finally, respect. That is also a big one. Next one, the holidays. There are many holidays in the Confucianism religion. A few of them were basically taken or borrowed from other religions, and there are also a few that are unique, like Confucius' birthday. Hope he likes that cake. The Qingming festival. That is basically the Day of the Dead for Confucius people. Now, this is the Chinese New Year. This is one taken from another place for basically all of China. And I chose this head because there are lots of dragons in the Chinese New Year, as we've seen many times. And the Ghost Festival. This basically is self-explanatory. Ghost. And now, on to the last part. One of the last ones. The Almighty Book. This is a book that has most of the information on Confucianism. It has the attention of Confucius, what it was, the religion, where it came from, how many followers it has, when Confucius made it, or when Confucius was alive, the great ultimate Tao was the closest thing they had to a god. What Confucius focused on. Confucianism, though, is not as much as a religion as it is a philosophy. There are really no deities / gods in this way of life, too. Although, still, Confucianism spread all over China and neighboring countries such as Vietnam, Korea, and more forcibly into Japan. Hopefully not too forcibly. He also put forward the problems of how to conduct oneself and deal with the relationship between people. Like it said in an earlier room, there should be respect, lenience, honesty, modesty, and mutual favor between people. Also in Confucian philosophy, filial piety is a virtue of respect for one's parents, elders, and ancestors. The Confucianism concept often referred to as ritual, proper conduct, or propriety. Originally, Li denoted court rites performed to sustain social and cosmic order. Also a derivative of natural order, Li retains a cosmic role in its enchantment of human experience by harmonizing it with nature. Tao. A little bit more on Tao, who is basically the most godlike thing you can come to in Confucianism. The absolute principle underlying the universe, combining itself the principles of yin and yang, and signifying the way of code or behavior that is in harmony with the natural order. Interpretation of Tao in the Tao Te Ching developed into the philosophical religion of Taoism. That is the end of the ultimate book of Confucianism. Just put it in here so no one steals it. Could very easily get mugged. Now, how did it change here? Now the symbols. Yin and yang. Life and death. Fire and ice. Light and dark. Water. Also a very important place or symbol in Confucianism. Another very important symbol was scholar. And then the final symbol was Confucius himself. You can see that Confucius is a really important person. It's even the religion itself is even named after him. And that is my Confucianism project. Hope you like it. Goodbye.